Good morning. My name is Stephanie Davis, and I'm Dean of Students here at Cumberland University. Just want to take a moment to welcome you to Nokes-Lasater Field. I'd like to welcome the Tennessee Highway Safety Office and Alliance Highway Safety with the Rule the Road program again this year. Cumberland University has 181 years of educating students in Wilson County and surrounding communities, and we take safety as a priority at Cumberland, and they are the future of this community. So I want to welcome everyone here today. I hope you have a great day here on our campus. And now I would like to welcome Director Buddy Lewis with the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Thank you very much, Dean Davis. I'm going to call you Dean. I respect titles very, very much. So thank you very much, and thank you for allowing us to be here on Cumberland University's campus and football stadium here. It's a great backdrop for what we're here for today. And as Dean Davis introduced me, my name is Buddy Lewis, and I am the Director of the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And the purpose of today's event is to kick off the Rule the Road in partnership with Cumberland University, Alliance Highway Safety, and NASCAR driver Ross Chastain. We're also joined by the 2023 Georgia Watermelon Queen, Charley Lollis. Feel free to enjoy some fresh watermelon slices as she provides them later. After the press event concludes, we encourage everyone to meet, greet, and take photos with Ross and Queen Lollis. We appreciate the media and everyone in attendance for supporting our teen drivers and helping to share a message about saving lives on our Tennessee roadways. The Rule of the Road is a program funded by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office to offer free training for teenagers to help improve their driving skills. Participants will engage in outdoor activities, learn about traffic safety laws from traffic safety experts. This year to date, there have been 84 teen driver fatalities in the state of Tennessee. This time last year, there were 67. Our hope is to increase traffic safety education and awareness to reduce teen driver crashes, injuries, and fatalities statewide. Now, what everybody has come to see here today at this press event, our next speaker is an 8th generation watermelon farmer turned NASCAR driver. He's also the Cup Series winner. Ross Chastain is an outspoken advocate for highway safety and developed the Use Your Melon campaign that ties together his career as a race-winning driver with his family's heritage in the watermelon farming industry. Ross has won 9 races in the top NASCAR series and finished second in the Cup Series championship standings in 2022. His team, Trackhouse Racing, is headquartered in Nashville, and we're honored to work with them and with Ross to use this platform to promote safe driving habits across our state. Ross is the older brother of Chad Chastain, who is also a NASCAR driver, racer, and he's also in attendance today and will be speaking here in just a few minutes. And he will be driving with Use Your Melon car this weekend at the Nashville Speedway. At this time, I would like to welcome Ross and his brother Chad Chastain.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Buddy. It's an honor to be here. As we travel this country, we race 38 events in the Cup Series. I mix in Xfinity races and truck races, and I've been doing it since 2011. And along the way, we've raced a lot of tracks, we've lost a lot of races, and we've won a few along the way. But we were trying to kind of find our bigger purpose in all of this, and race victories and checkered flags and that. That attention to winning really drove me for years, and as we continued to go year after year to these same cities and then introduce a new one here and there as the schedule evolves, my family and I, we were talking about what could we do and what was the purpose of all this other than racing. At the time, I wasn't necessarily winning races like we have been able to now. Like Mr. Buddy said, 9 victories across the top 3 series. And Protect Your Melon and Use Your Melon was born. It was a way to just remind people of the simple practices that we implement in the race car, in NASCAR, these cars are built to go 200 miles an hour. They're built to hit the walls with safer barriers, steel walls, head on. I've been unfortunate enough to do it at 140 miles an hour and being able to walk away and race the very next day. And I contribute that to 75 years of evolution of the race car. But we do things like a full containment seat, a Hans device, a carbon fiber piece that hooks to my helmet, doesn't let my head go more than an inch forward, 9 seat belts, full fireproof safety gear with the suit itself and underwear, heat-resistant gloves. It gets upwards of 120 degrees inside the car. There's no air conditioner or radio. So it is a race car and a vehicle built for speed, not necessarily comfort, but ultimately safety. And that's why you can see 36 of us every Sunday afternoon and Saturday afternoon go and race inches apart. And in all aspects, I think I'm a bit of a professional crasher. But I do it on a closed course in a very safe vehicle in a way that I feel confident in doing that. Now, when I get out of the car and I'm going to head to the airport and fly back to Charlotte or drive to the farm from Alva up to the farm, it's totally different ball game. It's 2 belts, one spot to click it, and a real conscious effort to get there alive. Driving distracted, driving impaired, driving drunk is just not acceptable. We know the consequences. We know what driving impaired can do. We know the real loss it can create in our families and others that we can affect. So this Use Your Melon campaign is a simple ask. It's an ask to think about it and make a plan. Let's designate a sober driver. Let's set up the rideshare app. We've got several of them on our phones. Everybody in attendance here does, and everybody listening. We have access to more ways to get home safe than we ever have. And it's a simple ask I'll make. It's a simple ask that I task myself with, that I want to get home safe, and I want everybody watching and listening to get home safe too. Nobody wants to experience that loss. So driving impaired will affect you at some point if you don't make that a real tasked effort. And so that's what we're here today to remind everybody. It's something we all know. It's something we've all, my generation knows the consequences, and yet there's more teen drivers losing their lives due to impaired driving every year. So we ask that, we task that, and Chad will race this car in the Xfinity race Saturday afternoon with that message to spread to all Tennesseans watching, and hopefully impact one life. And for us and our family, as a long history in watermelon and agriculture, and Chad and I being 8th generation watermelon farmers, if one life is saved, if one life is just affected, then this is all worth it. This whole effort. And plus we get to go drive really fast race cars and compete for wins, and hopefully smash a watermelon after we win. So with that, I'll turn it over to Chad for a few moments, and thank y'all for having me.
Whew, how I top that one. I want to say thank y'all for letting me be here, coming to the great state of Tennessee and coming to Nashville. Everybody kind of knows the reputation that Nashville has, and for what it's about. And as long as we're here and we're promoting the Use Your Melon, and to be safe, and to make sure you've got an Uber or a Lyft or a taxi ride home, or one of your friends is getting you home safe back to your hotel or whatever. That's what this message is all about. I'm 24. I've got a lot of friends, and I'm the youngest of Ross and I, and we don't have any other siblings, but a lot of my friends have younger siblings. So helping remind them back home, as they're 18 and graduating high school and going to college, of hey man, like it's not worth it. You have to make sure you plan ahead, make sure you've got a ride home safe, and always be wearing your seatbelt. Like Ross said, we're 8th generation watermelon farmers. Getting to the farm early the next day, I was usually the designated driver when we would go out. We'd always have to push stuff out of the back seat of my truck, trying to get 3 or 4 friends in, but we would always make sure that we got home safe. And that's what we're here to remind everybody else of, how important it is. And then it's not just you that it's affecting. It's, Lord forbid, you get in an accident with somebody else, and then also your friends and your family. And I could never imagine my grandparents having to get that call that we were involved in something. So like Ross said, if it saves one person and it saves one family that heartache, then this is all worth it. So appreciate you guys being here, and we'll be racing tomorrow at 2:30. Come out and watch.
And the message that Ross and Chad gave is truly the message that we are all committed to. And we have a lot of members of our THSO staff here today, and I'm very appreciative of every one of our staff members being here today, and we thank you for being here. But I can tell you, everybody that works, first of all, the Tennessee Highway Safety Office is a division within the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. And we are all committed to saving lives across the state of Tennessee. You know, the number was given, I read a while ago, 84 teen drivers have been killed this year on our roadways in Tennessee. Last year it was 67. You can see the increase is going. Our fatalities across the state and across the country are rising to unbelievable levels. 44,000 people were killed last year on our roadways across this country. We are trying to do everything we possibly can to make a difference and save lives, and our staff, everyone here is committed to saving lives across our roadways. And when we mention about saving lives in numbers, I always say this everywhere I go. It's not just numbers. Every number is a person. Every number is a person's family member. It's a person who will not be at the 4th of July celebration. It's a family member that will not be at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinners this year. There are numbers there, but there are people involved. And we're all committed to saving lives and reducing those numbers, but affecting lives across the state of Tennessee and families is our goal, to reduce those numbers. So we thank you all for being here today. We thank you for being a part of this celebration, and the road event will take place here shortly. But we're going to have just a little bit for those who want to come up and meet and greet time with Ross and Chad today. They'll be here, and we'll be looking forward to meeting you, getting a picture possibly with you all, and we appreciate very much everyone being here and the partnerships that we have across the state. We appreciate THP being here. The Truckers Association is here. We truly appreciate everyone's work in the partnership of saving lives on our roadways in Tennessee. That concludes this press event, and we thank you very much for being here.